check on the rep. Yep, second and none.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay. We got another one. Crouching Panda Hidden Turtles. We got Panda-Con, baby. Yo, I think everybody was after Panda-Con. For some reason, like, everybody was after this dude. He looks rad, man. He looks really cool. I mean, like, yo, this is a figure we never got in the Fred Wolf cartoon. And it's like, they did their own version of the Fred Wolf version of Panda-Con, and he looks dope. I never had the figure as a kid. This is one of the figures I didn't have as a kid. I think I had like almost all of them except for like this guy and a couple others, like Half Court and them. But yo, this guy is he's a big dude. He's a pretty big guy. He's solid, and he looks like he fits in with like Usagi and like the samurai looking turtles. He fits right in with those guys. And it looks like he could have been in that cartoon back in the day. It really looks like he could have fit right in. I want to see more stuff like this. I want to see more of their versions of guys that were toys that never made it in the cartoon. I want to see Karai. I want to see Pizza Face. Guys like that. Like I said, Half Court. Scratch. Dudes like that who were toys but never got a chance to see the light in the cartoon, which is crazy because they had like 10 seasons of that show, and like they used a whole bunch of gangsters, and they used the Bebop and Rocksteady and Shredder were mostly the villains all the time. They had a few one-offs like Creepy Eddie and Shibano, but they had video game characters they could have used. Who was that freaking? That guy in, I was about to say Sonic 2. In Turtles 2, he was like a wolf. I forgot his name. But that guy, they could have used him in the cartoon. Maybe there's licensing issues like with Usagi. But like, there's so many dudes that they could have used in that cartoon that were figures, man. I don't know what was going on back then. But anyway, we're going to take a look at this guy. He looks really cool. Big, solid looking figure too, man. Look at that shot, man. Look at that shot. That's freaking dope. Love the color too. Love the colors that they used. That nice blue there. Crouching Panda Hidden Tigers. That's really cool. Of course, you got to check on the bottom because it tells us the accessories that it includes. You got the morning key. Morning QI. I guess that's key. I don't know. A bamboo hat, backpack, claws, interchangeable heads and hands, baby. Take a look at the sides here. Panda-Con. Ninja Turtles, same thing on the other side. Got the back. That's a freaking cool shot. That's freaking cool, man. I hope it comes with that sword. I haven't even really looked at the accessories. I don't think it had a sword on there anyway. That's a cool shot. That's really cool. Look, this figure is going to be freaking dope. You know what? I don't really do this too often, but let's read the back. So it says, when Panda-Con confronts an evil wizard called Aldabra, an ancient tortoise, okay, to try and protect his home of Wukong, the wizard enacts a spell that goes wrong, and Panda-Con is drawn into a temporal vortex that rips him away from Wukong and drops him in a dark alleyway in the heart of Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil, New York. When he wakes, he's amazed at the strange new world he has entered, but in amazement soon turns to shock as he finds himself surrounded by a group of foot soldiers, and they demand that he journeys with them as their leader. What? The Shredder, as their leader, the Shredder wishes an audience with him. Oh, okay, gotcha. Panda-Con will have none of that, and he draws his sword, Morning Key, I don't know what that word is. I've never even seen that before. And squares off against the new threat. Unseen far above, four turtle brothers are watching the scene unfold, and they quickly come to realize that Panda-Con is no friend of the foot, so he's a good guy. But he is heavily outnumbered, so the battle cry, Cowabunga! Echoing through the darkness of the alleyways, the brothers leave from the rooftop, dropping, and they go save him. Okay, I could have finished reading that, but I didn't. Anyway, so yeah, he's a good guy. Doesn't look like he's a good guy from the packaging. It looks like he's kind of attacking the turtles. So it kind of gives you like this, it's like a fake out. Looks like he's attacking the turtles, but he actually gets recruited by the foot and he turns them down. Let's pop this guy open because I'm excited to see what he's all about. Yo, let's check this dude out outside the package. He looks really cool. Now, you can see some similarities between him and his, I guess we could say vintage counterpart, because, I mean, there's not much basis for a comparison here. But yeah, you can see like the green pants, the blue, it's kind of like a shirt now. I don't know what this was in the vintage. Like the guards on the shoulders and on the shins there, the black gloves, and then they kind of take liberties with everything else. I like this look better. This actually kind of works better for me than whatever the vintage line was trying to do. I don't know what that is. Got the chain mail on and everything. It's different. It's different. I would love to see Super 7 tackle that guy. But for right now, I love what Neca did with this. He just fits in so well. And it just looks really cool. Those colors really pop. I love what they did with this guy. Now, he comes with some pretty interesting stuff here. Man, I don't even know where to start. I guess first I'll start off with articulation. We'll just kind of look at just how big this guy is compared to, like, the turtles. Oh, gosh. He's a big guy. Let me get him standing up straight here. Okay. See that? Look at that. I'll put him back a little bit further here. He's a pretty big figure. He's at least like 2 heads above the turtles. So he's a big, solid guy, man. Heck, his sword is as big as Leonardo. Or just as. Like, look at that. That thing is huge. But man, like, I really love what they... now I know why everybody's after this guy, because he's a pretty cool figure. It's pretty dope, man. It just looks really cool. I like this look about him. Now, articulation on this guy. Hopefully it's better than Leonardo's, Dark Leo's. So we got the head that's on a ball joint, and you can get that up that much. Down pretty good. Get that to the right. You can get that to the left. Let's see if this is movable. Yes. So we got the movable little bandana piece here. It just swivels around. And then we've got the arms on a ball joint. These are soft. Thank God. Okay. These are soft plastic. So they're very flexible. Very. So if you want to get his arm up, you can get it up about that high. And it doesn't really hinder the articulation at all because it's soft. So you can get his arm up pretty high. You got the bicep swivel there. Then you got the double joints at the elbows. Very smooth. I like that. You got the shin guards right there. Another soft plastic piece. Digging it. Then you got the hand joint, which is on a swivel. And you got the hinge right there. Then you got a little bit of just a torso, like, I don't think that's in a ball joint. It just swivels left and right. Can't really get him forward too much. Legs are on a ball joint. These are soft plastic as well, so you can kind of move his legs outward like that. You can get it up about that high. You can get it forward. It's going to hinder articulation a little bit, even though it is soft. So you can get it up about that high. The knees look like they are on a single joint here. Let's see. Yeah, the knees are on a single joint. And then you got the hinge and rocker at the ankles. No loose joints on this guy. Let me see about paint flakes. Shouldn't be any paint flaking. Ooh, I'll get to that in a minute too. Man, that's in there good. Wow, okay. The hands are in there really good, so that's good. Good grief, okay. No paint flaking at all, so that's good. It looks like it's molded plastic, so that's good. Let me put that back in there real quick. And then we'll talk about that exposed dome piece that he's got right there. Now this part comes off. So he's just the panda with no head on right now. This little Mickey Mouse looking part right here pops on like that. We'll get into that in a minute with the extra heads and the hat. But for right now, I just want to take it in, man. I just want to take it in. Like, look at that. That guy looks awesome. Like, I like the colors on this guy. The painting's really nice. They even added a little dirt to his feet. I don't know if it really comes across on the camera. It's like it's white and it's got like a little bit of a wash, a little bit of like dirt wash on his feet. What else? Nice red on the belt there, the yellows and the blues. Everything is painted really nicely. Looks like a really solid figure, man. I would recommend getting this, and I haven't even done the full review yet, but I would recommend getting this figure just because he looks cool, comes with cool stuff, and he fits in really well. Now, as for the accessories, let's get into the extra head since I kind of touched on that a little bit. You got the grinning face that looks really reminiscent of the old vintage toy, and then you kind of have this stern looking face. The differences are in the face and the headpiece that has a little ponytail thing on there. That's pretty cool, right? So you could just pop off the little ponytail piece and then pop off the one without it, and you could swap them out. Now he's got just the stern face, no ponytail. Now he's got the ponytail. So that's pretty cool. You can change that out. I don't know which look I'm going for, but that looks cool too. I like that. But not only that, it comes with a hat. Now that's where this comes into play also. With that little square piece at the top. Square piece right there. And then you put that underneath his chin. And you pop this on his head. Put the square hole in the square peg, round, you know the old little game that I used to play with the square, and you put it in the square. You know how it is. You know how it goes. And it goes just like that, baby. Now you could have him with the hat on with this face, with the old vintage looking face, or you could pop that off. Let's pop off the whole head here. Pop on this head with the stern face. Very stoic. And then we'll pop on this one. I might go with the old grinning face just because it reminds me of the vintage one. We don't stop until we hear the pop, baby. That's the new motto. We don't stop till we hear the pop. There we go. I didn't hear the pop though, but it's on there. We don't stop till we hear the pop. And then we put this on like that. And there you go. Got the stern face with the hat on. But he just chilling. He's just chilling. I like this face. It's very expressive. Looks like he's ready for battle. I'm probably going to use this one. So we'll get these heads out of the way real quick. And then we got a backpack. So this is a soft plastic, so it can go around. That makes sense. Let me see. It's glued on very good, so that's not going to come apart. Looks like it's glued on very good here. It's glued on very good here. Now, I saw that they were putting stuff in there. Oh, snap. It does open. Oh, snap. Okay. So let me see. You could probably put his sword in there. You could probably put his weapons in there. So his little basket here, you could drop his weapons in there if you want to. Take the sword out real quick. They don't go very far in there. Get down in there. I thought there was enough. Oh, okay, there's enough room in there. There's plenty of space in there. Look at that. So you could drop his two weapons in there. You can have his sword coming out if you want to, but you can't close it. If you don't want a sword in there, you can close that back up. And there you go. You can probably keep some hands in there too. I'll take these guys out. Let's put his backpack on and see what that looks like. How am I gonna do this here? Since we got a good range of motion here, we could probably put it on just like this. And since these are very flexible, I love it when it's easy. I love it when it's easy. Heck yeah. Love it when it's easy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Boom. Okay, we got the hat on. We got the backpack on. Look at that. Stylish, baby. Loving it. Loving it. This figure's so cool, man. It's really cool. I just love the look of this guy. I really do. This is a solid pickup right here, man. This is how I want to see more like this. I want to see their take on so many other characters. They could keep this line going for who knows how long if they do more stuff like this. It'll be awesome. So now let's get into the hands. He comes with 2 fisticuffs here with the interchangeable hands. He comes with 2 sets of grabbing hands. They look a little bit tight. Let me see if I got these right now. Because they look identical. Because he comes with 4 sets of grabbing hands, but they look very much the same. I think these 2 go together. And I think these 2 go together. It's hard to tell, though. It really is. And then got more open, relaxed hands. I want to try something out since I'm here doing this. Let me see. I mean, he could have those. I mean, you could make that work if you squeeze that in there. But they're more for the grabbing hands. So let's see. Since you have 2 sets of them, I'm not exactly sure which one of these goes with which. So I'll put them in both just to, check it out. So that's 1 set right there. So it goes in there like that. You can move it around pretty good. Let's try the other one. This one's a little bit tighter. Okay. Yeah, so this one holds it a little bit tighter. You can still move it around, but this one holds it a little bit tighter. So there's that. Maybe I'll use the tighter hands for that. And then we got the sword. So I'm going to go with the looser hands for the sword because it's kind of a big hilt right here. Oh, check that out. See how that sword fits in there. And this sword is called a chi. That QI is chi. I had to look that up. I had to Google it. So it's pronounced chi. And that's also an accessory he comes with. He comes with this big chi sword. And you see the little yin yang symbol? Yin yang or yin yang symbol? I'm not too well versed in that, I ain't gonna lie. Symbol on the sword here. So that's really cool. So that's the same sword that's on the front there. And on the back, that looks really cool with the turtles in there. It's red and blue here though. On here, it's black and white. Man, that would have been cool. They should have did that. They should have made this the same color as the one on there. But either way, it's supposed to be black and white, but it would have been pretty cool if it was blue and red. And then he comes with these claws. So you could dice you up some meat. These look like those things where if you want to make some pulled pork, and then you kind of like dicing up the pork, kind of looks like that. And I think there's supposed to be those claws where they look like the claws where you climb up a wall, but they don't have. They're kind of like Wolverine claws instead of like gripping claws where you can actually grip into something. So there's that. You got this big sword. I'm gonna have him with the sword. Like this is a dope look right here, carrying the sword around with the hat on, looking like a boss. He looks really cool. I love this shot too. He's got the hair. He's got the little ponytail and he's got the claws out. Yo, I'm telling you, this is a dope figure. This is really cool. Much better than, I ain't trying to compare, but like I had a better time in reviewing this figure than I did with Leo. Because that Leo was a problem. This guy, no problems whatsoever. There's no articulation, hindrance with this or with this. Soft plastic, nothing hard. If you drop it, it's not gonna break, or if you hit it with a controller, it's not gonna break. Solid figure, looks cool, and it's a fresh take on an old favorite. So I'm digging this guy. Haulathon pickup. He should have hit stores. He should have hit stores sometime, last week, and I think like last week and throughout this week. And he also hit Target Online, like I think it was last Friday with Worm and Tattoo, and they sold out pretty quick, and then they were just in and out of stock throughout the day. So I'll get my Worm and Tattoo. I really wanted to find them in stores, but my store didn't get them in time, so I'll see them in stores like Thursday, but by that time they'll have already shipped from Target. So I'll be reviewing that as soon as that comes in. So next I gotta do, I think, Shredder, start doing some Mirage stuff. I think I'm done with the cartoon stuff until Worm and Tattoo, and then we're gonna hit Mirage. So yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. Yo, go pick this up. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. This guy is dope. Pick him up, and I will catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye. Woo!